Hello everyone, this is Kaylin Rose, and I am going to cover 5 memoirs that are told through graphic novels. They all cover the theme of family struggle. So the 5 memoirs are diverse, but all of them discuss family struggles and overcoming challenges as a family, such as homosexuality, secrets, war, physical and mental abuse, displacement, immigration, and just finding that common ground among family. So the first book that I would like to introduce to you is a National Book Critics Circle Award finalist. It also was adapted into an excellent Broadway musical. So it is called Fun Home, a Family Tragic Comic by Alison Bechdel, and this is the cover. Okay, so Alison's memoir highlights the complex relationship between the author and her father. The memoir addresses themes of sexual orientation, emotional abuse, and being a part of a dysfunctional family who has secrets. This memoir addresses obstacles that a lot of our young adult readers are either too scared to talk about or they don't know how to address them with people. The comic-like pictures allows them to visually see the distance between daughter and father. Also, the struggles one goes through to hide their sexual identity, especially when they're scared or when they're ridiculed by family. So, Alison Bechdel self-describes her memoir as a tragic comedy because there is both humor and devastation surrounding her story. Alison showcases the silence between a father and daughter and the secrets they share. The relationship is distant and dark. They have never connected with one another due to the secrets they both hide from one another. Alison shares with her father towards the end of the memoir that she is a lesbian after many years of verbal abuse from him towards her deviation from female gender roles. But here's what's surprising. Her father isn't angry when she tells him. He rather opens up to her and confesses a secret of his own. Can two people who live in the same house and come from different worlds make it work? To find that answer out, you're going to have to pick up this book, and you won't be disappointed. And I believe our students who are struggling with sexual identity and being ridiculed by family, they'll find some meaning in this graphic novel. So the next book that I would like to introduce to you is a Pulitzer Prize winner titled Maus, A Survivor's Tale by Art Spiegelman, and this is the cover. So as you can tell by the picture, it deals with the Holocaust. The story is told with black and white images, which I want to point out to you because it's very important. It's designed just like a comic with black and white images, because I believe when a story is told with black and white images, just like the footage you would find researching historical events like World War II, it is a story that is focused on the Holocaust, in which the characters are represented by anthropomorphic animals. It is a world in which Jews are mice, Germans are cats, and Americans are dogs. Allegories like these help students understand the intricacies of such sensitive topics like war and genocide. And let's face it, a lot of our students who are ELLs have experienced this already. A lot of students will not only learn more about the history of the Holocaust, but how to empathize with Art, who is the main character in Maus, and how he feels like he can never live up to the expectation of his father and his life story. So Vladek Spiegelman, a son of a Jewish survivor during Hitler's reign, tells a story of survival and the tortured relationship between father and son, a real and true account of what it's like being a Holocaust survivor and living to retell the devastation all over again. This is not just a retelling of a survivor story, but one of a father and son, their expectations of each other coming from two different worlds, and how people with vastly different backgrounds can still empathize with one another. So will Art start to understand his father's emotional distance after hearing his story? Sometimes in families, secrets don't always protect us rather than distance us. So pick this graphic novel up. It's amazing, and I really think your kids will learn a lot from it, and they will appreciate what's in here. So the next book that I would like to introduce is a New York Times bestseller and has been given rave reviews from the likes of NPR, the Huffington Post, and the father of the graphic novel Stanley. So Stitches, a memoir by David Small. This is the title, or the cover, I should say. This is a memoir that is set in the 1950s Detroit and covers topics such as emotional and physical trauma, communication, and family dysfunction. It is an emotional roller coaster from the time you open up the book to the time you close it. So David is a 6-year-old boy in the beginning of this memoir. He has a bad condition of asthma. His father, who is a radiologist, takes it upon himself to use X-ray imaging on his son's upper body to monitor his condition every single day for 4 years. Instead of just taking him to a doctor, he took it upon himself to diagnose and treat his own son. So, Mom is neglectful as well and does not interfere with the father's treatment of David's medical condition. The radiation causes a cancerous cyst to develop in David's neck, which the family knowingly ignored for 3 years. This book is full of trauma. I haven't shared the worst parts of this book. You think David getting cancer because of all the radiation that he took in as a child would be it, but it's not. Although the nature of this memoir is gruesome, this book will help kids with traumatic past or neglectful homes cope with things that they may not want to discuss with teachers or friends. So, will David find out in the end if his parents really ever cared? And more importantly, will it really matter to him? Pick up this book. It is, like I said, an emotional roller coaster, and it's fantastic. So the next book has been praised by Tom Hart as riveting and glorious. The title is Imagine Wanting Only This by Kristen Racky. This is the cover. This memoir also provides black and white pictures that are perfectly placed with the text and makes the meaning of Kristen's story that much more powerful and real. This memoir can fit into both genres, young adult and adult. It is a story about a girl who's in college, Kristen, and she loses a beloved uncle that she was very close to. As we get older, loss becomes a part of our life, and we start to learn of family medical conditions and how it can really affect our own life if we have it. So this memoir leads us through a journey of heart and heartbreak. Her tone throughout her story is loneliness and what she finds out about life when she starts to travel. Kristen becomes fascinated with the ruins of places and with people when she finds out that she has the same genetic heart disease that killed her uncle. She tries to find meaning in life, and she feels like she has to see everything as it was the only way her life could count or matter. So I'll leave you with the questions that Kristen tries to seek through her loneliness and loss. Why are we here? What will we leave behind? This memoir is a personal confession that I think our young adult readers will be able to become sensitive to, as many have already lost someone, and the ones who have not suffered loss yet can begin to learn about that, the journey of a family loss. So, pick it up. It's great, emotional, and like I said, the black and white just brings the truthfulness of Kristen's story. So, the last graphic novel I will introduce is called The Best We Could by Thai Blue. Here's the cover. It was praised by Pulitzer Prize winner Viet Thanh Nguyen, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Vu's memoir is an emotional tale of immigration, displacement, and family struggle. It is a beautiful story that breaks your heart but mends it right back up again. Her story begins with her giving birth in America to her son as her mother stands outside, not really willing to help. So the scene is very vivid and detailed. The emotions are as graphic as childbirth in the first scene, so you know this book is going to be very vivid. She's going to explain things where you can visually see them with the aid of the pictures. So it then starts to recount Thai Bu and her family's journey of escaping the Vietnam War. The struggles of a family that do not want to leave their home country, but they have no choice. The memoir focuses on what a family must do to survive and how hard it is to be a refugee and the obstacles that come with it. The graphics are black and white with only red watercolor to accent the images in various shades. The darkest reds are always on Bu herself or others that have a positive impact on Bu's story. The redness radiates outward to give a warm glow throughout the memoir. This makes me think of how positivity can be infectious and how it promotes resiliency in traumatic situations like that of being a refugee. The story appeals to our large English as a new language speaking crowd twofold. It uses pictures to tell its narrative, helping ELLs make better associations with the English language. And it is a story about leaving a war-ravaged society for America, as most of our ENL students are refugees. Will Thai Blue's past make it even more difficult to live the American dream, or is her story that of the American dream already? So, again, pick this book up. It's a great read. Here is what it looks like with what I was talking about with the red watercolor in the background of the black and white. Wonderful, wonderful graphic novel. Pick it up. So, I had a great time reading all of these books, and I've learned so much, and I can't wait. Well, I've already bought them, so I'm going to add them to my own collection in my library. I hope you enjoy these recommendations. I hope you pick them up. I hope you read them, and I hope you introduce them to your current students and even your future. So again, thanks, guys. Take care. See you later.